because you're expected to meet U.S. President Donald Trump for the first time in Vietnam. So first question is, what are your expectations for this first meeting? And second question, what are the issues you plan to raise with him during your bilateral meeting, whether in Vietnam or here in Manila?
Well, number one is always trade, because that is the very life of nations. Then we will discuss extremism, terrorism, and third, maybe sa bilateral, they might want to ask a very definitive position of the Philippines vis-a-vis with China. Yeah. And to all of these things, I would just say that we all hunger for peace. And if we can talk about it in a very civilized manner, I would be glad to participate in the discussion.
Sir, just to clarify the point about China, you said you wanted to discuss with President Trump their position vis-a-vis the South China Sea
Yes,
dispute?
of course.
What exactly will you tell him? What would you want to impart to him about this issue?
China?
To Trump, sir, yung China issue with Trump.
Well, my response would always be based on what they have agreed on. I think they are meeting ahead, and we will wait for the results. And I will be in a position to give him at least a balanced answer.
Sir, are you going to
I am not, the Philippines is not beholden to anyone. The Philippines is a sovereign state. I will not allow anybody to impose anything on my country. I will listen to you. But if it is not to the best of interest for my country, I will ignore you.
Sir, just again, medyo not clear pa rin po yung position nyo. You want to, what position do you demand of the U.S. or would you want to ask from the U.S. with regards to the South China Sea dispute? Are you asking them to take a side?
I cannot. I have to hear them first before I make my response, because it will be based on the outcome of their talks and the points that would touch the Philippines, I said, and I would have to decide what is best for my country alone. And it will be a decision that will promote the higher interest, the greatest interest, as a matter of fact, for my country. So that's why we're meeting there. We meet as sovereigns. I will not go there as a subservient lackey of anyone, including what you would like to hear from me, but which you cannot ask maybe or later on about human rights.
Thank you, sir.
You want to ask a question, I'll give you an answer. Lay off. That's not your business. That is my business. I take care of my country, and I will nurture my country to health. Nobody would